Alright, so today we are going to be taking a look at Yao Guang. Now, Yao Guang as well, I would say, is a pretty good character, and she's one of the most fun characters to use just because of her passive, where you can get 4 rerolls instead of 2 at the start of your turn. Obviously, this comes with a downside with after exceeding 2 rerolls in a single turn, each reroll grants 2 stacks of thorns, and each stack of thorn does 1 damage to you. So if you use all four rerolls, you'll have 4 thorns and you'll take 4 damage. But this passive can be bypassed if you read further on. If attack is no less than 18, removes all thorns, and this is the key part, and gains 1 prismatic dice use. And I say that the Herda is like, the passive is like so ridiculous because she can gain the prismatic dice use every single attacking and defending turn. And Yao Guang in this aspect is like a bit weaker because she can only gain 1 prismatic dice use like every 2 turns, which is every attacking turn. So you have to use it either every attacking turn or defending turn. So in that case, like that could be a choice that we have to make that might be pretty iffy. Now Yao Guang's HP is actually it's pretty high. It's like really high. 35, that's pretty high. And with being able to gain 4 rerolls and with 1 prismatic dice use every single 2 turns, I think she's gonna be really fun and really strong. Like, not the strongest, because if you compare him to, like, I always glaze the Herda. If you compare him to the Herda, it's not even, the Herda has quite some distance from her, quite a distance higher than her, but like she's still fun. Now, if you know me, you know that I like using unorthodox builds. So today we're not going to be using the True Destiny dice, even though like I say this dice is pretty good on Yao Guang. We're going to be using the magic bullet dice to deal 3 instant damage. Like we can 3 instant damage like every single 2 turns, which could annoy the shit out of your opponent. You know, do I want to do this? Wait, I'm reconsidering. Do I want to do the magic bullet or now I'm thinking about it. Where's this one? The one that gives hack. Give me a moment. There we go. Do I want to use this one or this one? Because both are pretty good. Let me flip a coin. Wait, let me just pull up a coin on the tab. Coin flip. Like, you're not gonna see this, but heads we use magic bullet, tails we use sorcerer. Okay. And it looks like it's a heads, so we're gonna be using this one. So, all right, and there we go. Now, one obvious weakness of Yao Guang is that she can only select 3 dice when attacking and 2 dice when defending, and that's like a pretty average stat line, but I wouldn't say that it's the greatest. So that'll be something to look out for. Are we? Yeah, we're gonna go first, which is good. Now I'm gonna immediately spam this out, and fantastic, we got the maximum roll. And I don't think we have to worry about the thorns right here because we can already get above 18 attacks. So I'll just reroll everything, and I'll reroll both of you. All right, so there we go. We're gonna deal the 3 instant damage, and we will have 20 attack to our name. While, okay, well, we dealt 14, no, we dealt 10 damage this turn because 3 instant damage, and now we're gonna do 7, which is pretty decent. Yep. You know, gacha games in general, like I've been playing gacha games for like a long time. Like I think the first gacha game I played, it was, I mean, the first gacha game that I really invested my time into, it was 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. If you haven't seen last video, like I went on a tangent on that quite a bit, and I really enjoyed 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross because of the PvP, which I know I repeated quite a bit. And I think the second gacha game that I really invested into, it was actually Genshin Impact. Yeah, and then I slowly fell out of that game because, you know, people criticized the game, but I'd say that Genshin Impact was a good quality game, right? This does not say that like it's not predatory because all gacha games are predatory, but I say it was a good quality game that I quite enjoyed my time playing with. And, you know, I gradually fell out of Genshin Impact because, for one, like, I don't think open world games are for me, you know. I'm gonna reroll you. I don't really enjoy open world games, if that makes any sense, because like they have an impact on my eyes that, you know what, it's just like I'm not gonna say anything. That's gonna be 18 attack, so remove all the thorns. Like open world games, to navigate the character around the world and having to, because I have collector's anxiety, right? You know, Point Crow, collector's anxiety. And so it's kind of a headache to navigate the characters in an open world game. But still, like, I heard that in a month, a new game, what's it called? 7 Deadly Sins Origin, from the same developers of 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, they're going to be releasing that 7 Deadly Sins Origin game, and it will be an open world game, but since I'm very invested into the franchise, I'm open to give it a try, and so I might be covering that game. Yeah, because, you know, with Honkai's Impact, right, the game's already over, the game's like, I think it's 2 to 3 years old, like in the middle of 2 and 3 years old. Wait, let me just, do I? No, I don't. Right, that game's like this game's like 2 to 3 years old, and I think the CCs have already like established themselves, and like most of the supporting base has already been taken, so, you know, maybe I could become like more famous if I made content in 7 Deadly Sins Origin again. So yeah, so I'll just cover that since it's like a new game and like it's a new discovery era, you know. Unfortunate we didn't get the thing. Oh wait, we can still reroll. Yeah, I'm gonna still reroll. Do I? No, that's just a 1 in 6 chance. Either way, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna deal 3 instant damage right here. What was I saying? Yeah, about gacha games and shit. Like, I do enjoy gacha. Oh yeah, Genshin Impact. And because I didn't enjoy open world games, like I can't, like, I didn't like the daily grind that Genshin Impact that we had to do in Genshin Impact, and also like the fights were getting way too long and way too confusing, and the domains you needed, like the passives. Oh, don't get me started. I hated the domain passives. I hated that thing. You know, there was a fire dungeon, and it was something about like every time you have like a certain elemental reaction or something, like your characters take damage. I hate that. I hated that. And I had to go through this like every single day. I had like 240 resin every single. Oh,
Is that victory
I even
ever in
forgot
doubt?
that we lost. So I was too engrossed in my conversation. Alright, next game. Alright, next match is we're getting the Siren. Now, as I was saying, like, I had to spend like maybe 30 minutes each day just fighting the domains to use up my resin. And don't get me started on the weekly, what's it called? The weekly rotation system of the talent level up materials. My god, that was horrible. Yeah, and also this thing about exploration not garnering as many rewards, and that's why I just stopped playing. And also there was no story skip button, which I like in my honeymoon phase, in the phase where I was obsessed with the game, I was willing to look over, but like after I learned to look at its faults, I just didn't want to play the game anymore because it was way too much of a time investment and everything. So, and also I was looking at it as more of a chore, like that's the entire reason why I stopped playing 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. So I looked at it as more of a chore, and so I just stopped playing it. And you know, I think the last time I played was like it was a dual banner with Yinlin and what was the fire girl's name with the spear, with the Staff of Homa spear that Tectone spent like hundreds of thousands of dollars getting and still couldn't get it, and then the devs had to fix their system. It was it Huo Huo? No, it's I call this woman Huo Huo. I can't believe it. Anyways, we'll just select this Let me search it up. Staff of Homa girl. Okay. Oh, is the name? Yeah, Hu Tao. Yes, I remember Hu Tao. It was the Yinlin and Hu Tao banner, and you know since like Hu Tao released, I really loved Hu Tao's design, and I was trying to get Hu Tao, and like so first but like you know I knew that Yinlin was like an insane character back then, so you know I spent my I did save up quite a bit of Primo gems previously, so I spent them on the weapon banner first to see how it would work out, because like both of them, one of the characters is really good, the other character I've been eyeing since like she released and I still couldn't be able to get. Now the story of me trying to get Hu Tao is like so, oh man, I should not have rolled that. Like I actually should not have rolled that. Now the story of me trying to get Hu Tao is like so comical, because you have to understand, on the first Hu Tao banner I lost the 50-50 to Chi-Chi, which is a devastating blow. You know, I had farmed up everything for Hu Tao. On the second rerun of Hu Tao, right, I lost the 50-50 again to fucking Mona. And like right here with the okay wait no wait no Yinlin's from Withering Waves. What am I on? It's not Yinlin. Wait, who's the water girl? That's like said that's too big. I forget everything, man. Okay, there we go. Do I want to reel you? No. Let me focus on this small match a bit first. Unfortunate. Still gained the Prismatic die. What was this name? Ye Lan, yes, not Yinlin, Ye Lan, yes. It was the Ye Lan and Hu Tao banner now. I did lose two 50-50s to Hu Tao before, right? And then this banner, right? I already had lost my previous 50-50, so it was a guaranteed Hu Tao. Either a guaranteed Hu Tao or a guaranteed Ye Lan, right? So I rolled on the weapon banner first to see, like, because I want to invest fully, right? And I got Ye Lan's weapon instead, you know. This game decided to give me Ye Lan's weapon. And now I had a dilemma, because for one, like, I pulled Ye Lan's weapon, so should I be going for Ye Lan? But at the same time, like, I really liked Hu Tao and I wanted to go for Hu Tao. And in the end, I think in my opinion, it was a mistake. We're gonna be taking 10 damage. I mean, like a lot more, like a bit more than 10 damage. We're gonna be taking 13 damage. And I in the end, like, I decided to pull Hu Tao to pull for who I wanted to play with, and now I had a 5-star Ye Lan bow that I didn't know who to put on. And I think that was like a pretty big misplay in terms of meta value, but in terms of like actual fun character, I don't think it was a misplay at all. Because like, why I cared about meta during that time, because like my team I couldn't bother myself to clear Spiral Abyss, right? Because my team I only had one main team that I built up, and one team is just not going to cut it at Spiral Abyss. So yeah, I think if I had Ye Lan, I would have a better shot of handling the exploring. And also the exploring is another part that I didn't really like about Genshin. It's like you know, right now I'm just saying reasonable stuff, right? I'm not really like trying to attack the game and saying it's dog shit, you know. I don't like how Genshin, like how the evolution, I didn't really like the evolution of Genshin's mobs, right? Because it's 3 million HP, like they just inflate their HP and they make like shields that are really annoying to break, and that you need specific elements to break. This is the most annoying part. You need specific, and without chat we lost. All right, GG's. Next game. All right, there we go. All right, since we lost twice in a row, I don't think this this unorthodox build is gonna work for me, so I'm just gonna change this to the normal dice, the recommended dice midway. Now looks like we're going to Akron. Now I was talking about how I didn't like Genshin's, what's it called? The mobs, right? The shields. Yeah, the thing about you need specific elements to break shields. That was another thing that really turned me off from that game, because, you know, I want to play the characters that I like to play with, right? And in Honkai Star Rail, right, you can play off elements. Like maybe it'll be like 20%, they'll be doing 20% less damage, but it's not absolutely crippling. In Genshin Impact, like, to get past the shield, you need, okay, there we go, that's a good roll. It's like you absolutely need it. You absolutely need to build specific elements. And also, like, I haven't built a dendro element right there, and there were some mobs that needed dendro elements. And also, I don't like the fact that I have to switch characters. I have to switch characters to characters that can break the shield like every single time. It's like I had to constantly switch out characters, which was so damn painful. It's so damn tiring. So yeah, that's another thing that I didn't really like about Genshin and made me like not want to play the game. And I eventually quit. Yeah, so that's the story of me and Genshin, like the love-hate relationship right here. Yeah, Genshin's still a good quality game. It's just like the time investment is too much. The mobs, I didn't really like the combat, like past, like I didn't really like the evolution of the combat because of the HP of the mobs. Like keep on getting inflated and made like fighting mobs like really painful. And yeah, and I found new open world games like, you know, Wuthering Waves came out, and I found that game a lot more rewarding in terms of exploration. But at the same time, I also grew out of Wuthering Waves because, you know, time passes and I don't know what the fuck this Akron is doing. I haven't been focusing on the match, but why isn't she trying to activate her passive? I mean, you do you, my man. Yeah, I also grew out of Wuthering Waves because, you know, at the end of the day, like grinding, there was one thing that I didn't enjoy, which was grinding for echoes. I don't like grinding for echoes, man. I really don't like grinding for echoes. It's like the same thing about like grinding the dungeons in Genshin Impact. It's like it's a daily, I mean, I won't say it's like I'm not forced to do it daily, but it's like it's still something that I'm inclined to do if I'm playing the game daily. That like I need to like find the echoes. I need to spend so much time into fighting these repetitive fights, and the locations of these monsters are like so troublesome to get to. Yeah, I think I just don't like open world games, and because of that, like, and on top of that, I still had to spend like my stamina every day to keep up. Yeah, and yeah, even though like the exploration was a lot more rewarding, I could get way more multis if I spent much time into it. It's still just the open world part that I just don't like, and so I just stopped. And what the hell is this Akron doing? Like literally, like I guess he didn't read the kit, and I think this is gonna be an easy win right here. Right here, okay, yeah, I think easy win. We know this passive doesn't relate to us because we're gonna try to get that out. Amazing, right? And we can win here. Yeah, woo-wah, something about woo-wah, woo-wah, wah-wah, wah-wah, woo-wah. You know about that guy with the wah-wah story? I guess you don't. There's like an artist from like YouTube, and there's two characters, wah-wah and woo-wah, and they're pretty funny. Yeah, woo-wah. I think I played, oh yeah, the last time I played woo-wah was like the Gilberta patch, right? And also before Gilberta, I think the last time I played was like some Changli rerun, which I pulled Changli because she was really strong back then and I had some fun with her. And you know, if I pull the characters, like they're fun because I got Gilberta, right? and she was really fun. And I also got Lupa during that patch, and like them together, like they were pretty fun. I think I have to reroll you. I'm gonna keep on rerolling. And there we go, that's the turn. What was I on? Yeah, the characters are really fun to use, like that. Like, I'm not criticizing the characters, like both Genshin and Wuwa's, like, because like they're appealing to different audiences, because Wuwa is more of hardcore, while Genshin I'd say is more chill, like you want to relax, if you want to like listen, like, because their art style is so different. One appeals to like hardcore gamers, the other one is just casual gamers. And so they're all of their characters are like really good, and you know, once you get the new character, you just want to spend like another few months, like another month playing, because you want to play the character that you just pulled. And I did that. I played Gilberta until like, I think it was like maybe 2 days before the next patch, which was the little Chizuru girl. I forgot, like the one with black hair and red eyes and the little scissors, which like, yeah, I played it up until then, and then I realized that, you know what, I didn't realize anything. Look, okay, we're just gonna take 6 times 2 damage, or 12 damage right here, which is fine, because, you know, Firefly, like this Firefly's first turn, if like in the first turn Firefly doesn't do insane damage, then it's all good the rest of the way. Yeah. Now about Withering Waves, is there any, did I say anything about Withering Waves right just now? I kind of forgot. About Gilberta, about playing, and okay, there, that's a great turn. If all goes well, we should end it right here. And yeah, he has to roll the sorcerer dice and get lucky right here, because either way, because even if he selects those, that'll be 12 and we'll do 20 damage, right? And yeah, he survives with barely 1 HP. She survives with 1 HP right here. Now about Wuwa. Wow, Wuwa. And you know, I did enjoy my time with Wuwa, but like when it's time to move on, like it's time to move on, right? And yeah, I don't regret playing Wuwa. And yeah, I got like my Shorekeeper. Like, I think Shorekeeper is still pretty good. Like my account is like, it's like my Wuwa's account is like, it's got Gilberta, it's got Changli. No, it doesn't have Changli. It has Gilberta. It has the little dragon girl. The dragon girl. Jiangxi, yes, Jiangxi. Oh, when I said Changli before, I mean Jiangxi. So I got Jiangxi. Okay, that's 1 damage. I got Jiangxi. I got Yinlin and her signature weapon, which I've seen the tier list recently, and it's not looking good for our little bro Yinlin. And I've got a Lupa, and I think these 4 are the main things on my account that are good. Yeah, so I think I've got like a pretty okay-ish account. I would, like, I'd say like it's on the lower end, but I had my fun with them. And it's time to move on. It's time to move on. As I say that, like the combat was fun. I just didn't like to do it every single day, you know. And open world games aren't really for me. And still, I'm just gonna play the 7 Deadly Sins game because I enjoy the franchise. And yeah, that's it for my toxic relationship with Genshin and Wuwa. And I hope you enjoyed my story time. And okay, so I think this is the 4th match, and so 1 more match. I'll see you in the next game. Man, like the last match, I was too caught up in discussing about the things that I didn't forget to. I forgot to focus on the match. It's because, like, you know, to build like for me, if I want to build an audience, right, I'm just gonna reveal this. If I want to build an audience, I would rather the audience be centered around liking my personality more than like following me because of the games that I play. Because then, like, if they like me because of my personality and because of how I talk, then that means that if like, because I can't really like retain my attention on a single game for like maybe like Ooh, that was lucky right there. I shouldn't have rolled that. Like, if they support me because of my personality, then it means that I have way more options in what I want to do. And I'd rather keep my options open than keep my options closed. So I'd rather build a community around like my personality rather than just like me covering a game and thus like I'm suddenly like the king of the game, and then if I play any other game they won't watch at all because they're here because of this one specific game that I play. And I just don't want that kind of community. I don't know if like you're gonna support that, but like that's just what I want to do. And this is a literally perfect turn. Like literally, this is the highest number we could have ever gotten from here. There we go. And 24 damage straight to the face. Yeah, if you don't know, I can beatbox. You know, this is just a small little Easter egg. Just a small little thing that I'll check in. I think something goes like... No, wait. Alright, there we go. That's just a small little sneak peek. I'm not gonna reveal quite a bit on that thing yet, you know. I have quite a bit of things that I enjoy doing. But the thing is, like, I'm a chill guy. I like to do chill things. You know, I know that there's a current pretty big drama going on with Mr. Pokey and Saint Totas. And you know what? I'm not gonna open that can of worms, you know. I don't want to discuss that can of worms. No. But like, I think in my videos I'd rather be chill than be like pretty like yelling. Like they're pretty open personalities like these other people. And yeah, so you know, this is totally no hate to them, but it's just what I want to be. So yeah, it's just my little thing. All right. Now this is the part where I say, Mr. Pokey does the little words at the end of this video. So today's word is going to be Firefly. If you comment Firefly down, then you're a real one. If you comment Firefly down in the video, you're a real one. So yeah, and I think we're gonna wrap up this last match right here. Yep. There we go. Man, I think I should talk more because like the previous few videos I wasn't talking more about my personal things because like I was unfamiliar with. Okay, well he didn't die right here. Okay, probably should I recognize her. As I was saying, like the past few videos I didn't really talk a lot more about like my personal things and about other things. I was just focusing on the game because like I hadn't opened up yet to like talking on camera and talking to literally nobody. But now after like quite a few videos, I think I'm more open and like my personality is gonna be quite showing. So yeah, I'm a calm, collected individual. You know, I'd say calm, collected, but maybe like during gadget summons, maybe I won't be, and maybe I exaggerate. I might exaggerate during gadget summons, but like I think I want to carry myself on as a calm, collected individual. I think as of right now, you know, you don't know how things can change in the future. Okay, yeah, get there. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna take 11 damage right here. I don't know how things will change in the future, but right now I like to carry myself on as a calm, collected individual that talks about random ass shit about gacha games, about my feelings, and just casual conversations, you know. There we go. I'm gonna roll you. Alright. And I think that's going to wrap it up right here. And that's it. Now, don't forget the secret word to comments down if you made it that far. And I'll see you guys in the next video. That's going to be 13 damage to your face. Alright, that's the end. Peace. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget the secret word hidden in this video. Alright, bye.